Yeah, but vlogging can't be that hard though, huh? Yeah, I know YouTube or something, and they be, oh. All right, let me get you, yeah. I was trying to think, like, what's my intro? What's up, guys? It's Mike Vick. About to take you on this journey that I've been embarking on for quite a long time. This is an opportunity for me, and I've been granted the opportunity to restore my voting rights, which means a lot to me. In 2011, some of my friends and some of my family members went to vote, and I was kind of naive to what my voting rights were. I was planning on going, and then I found out that because I had a felony on my record that I couldn't vote. That was just one of the things that I did not know, was taken away from me. Once I was incarcerated and got a felony on my record.
Everyone in life deserves a second chance, but for some, making a mistake might cost them time in prison.
First, I want to apologize, for all the things that I've done.
And when it comes to getting back to a normal life afterwards, that can be extremely difficult.
Some of us grow up in a world where it's not like most. You grew up in poverty, you grew up in the hood, you grew up in the ghetto, and you just don't get the facts. I know that it's just bigger than what you may see life as. I always wanted to become a professional football player, and I knew what it took. I had to go to college, and I had to make good grades in high school.
The Atlanta Falcons select Michael Vick, quarterback, Virginia Tech.
That's all I ever knew. I didn't know anything about voting and voting registration and legislation, and at a young age I would have loved to, because I know it would have made me a better person, and maybe I'd have thought different and looked at the world different. It's not an easy process to have your voting rights restored, or retained. You just have to take the initiative and be proactive. Like I said, you can't not want to do it. You gotta want to do it. You gotta have the right people around you pushing you. So once again, checking in with the kids. Hey, what's going on? I continue to say this, man, from an educational standpoint. So I'm gonna go from left to right. Mike, Pooh, Italia, Nee, Jay. Hopefully, they'll live a lot longer than I do, and they'll be part of the world changing as it continues to evolve. So later on, we'll be meeting with Desmond Meade, voting rights activist. This guy is gonna be the vessel to me getting my rights restored. What I take away from this is the ability to educate, family members, friends, former teammates on what it's like to go through this process, because, I'm not one of one, but I'm one of many. Desmond, what's up, man? What's going on? How you doing?
All right,
Good to see you. Thanks for showing up. Man, Desmond Meade showed up. Desmond is my wife, Kiafa.
Hi, how you doing?
Baby, why don't you come over here and sit down with us and go through this process? You probably gonna ask more questions than me. I know how you are. So you can sit in the middle, Desmond, and
you got me in the middle?
we'll go from there. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Because it got to be natural.
All right, here we go as they have great conversation. All right, take one.
I was hooked on crack. I was homeless. At the end of the day, not only did I survive that and get a law degree, but I led the Amendment 4 efforts. And last year, Time magazine named me 100 most influential in the world. My organization is an organization that's made up of people with felony convictions. And so, in spite of everything that goes on, our number one priority is people like me, right? People with felony convictions. Some people call formerly incarcerated people. In Florida, we just say returning citizens, right? Because Mike, you are a returning citizen, a citizen who may have made a mistake in the past, but you returned back to your community. And not only did you return, man, you've been blessing the community from day one. People can call you a felon, then that means they could treat you differently. We deserve to be treated with dignity and respect, and the best way you get it is by making your voice heard, and we could just change so much with it.
What's the first step that people have to take?
They should seek out Florida Rights Restoration Coalition.
The Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, get on the right track.
We here to work with anybody.
Status doesn't even mean anything, but if you don't have the finances, then you'll be at a standstill. You hit a roadblock.
There's about 774,000 people right now in Florida who cannot vote because they have fines and fees. But see, my organization, what we did, we put a fund aside. We've raised over $4 million now. So we help people pay off their fees so they can register to vote.
Being blessed and having an opportunity to live a different life, it wasn't, a big concern for me as far as the finances and being able to pay fines. And some of these fines are like just thousands and thousands of dollars, and money that people just don't have or can't generate. It's unfortunate that if you don't have it, then you don't get it. You don't get a chance to, be a part of change. Shit, I'm starting to feel like a politician.
FRRC, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's vlog, yeah. Anything can happen when you're vlogging.
Once you sign up for our Fines and Fees program, that's when we spring into action.
Okay.
Right?
Where do they go to sign up at?
They can go to FloridaRRC.com, or they can just text the word fines to the number 82623. We would go ahead and review the files and see whether or not you even owe anything. We're gonna take it even an extra step further, and we'll bring in one of our top attorneys that has donated pro bono time to actually assure you about your federal conviction, about whether or not you're eligible to sign up to vote.
That's pro bono.
Pro bono.
Wow.
So I need to just call my man, Reggie Mathis, who's a great attorney. Yeah, he does a lot of federal cases.
The great Mike Vick, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, hanging in there. Thanks for taking the time.
So do you owe any court costs or fines in your case?
No court costs, no fines or fees, restitution paid.
From my understanding, he's completed all his sentence. Any financial obligations he had, he's taken care of that, right? Not on any probation, under no supervision whatsoever, and he ready to vote.
No restitution, no costs. You good to go.
You heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard it, yeah. I mean, loud and clear, so
You're good to go.
Let's get to it.
So now, after this process, does he have to go on and physically register to vote?
So that's a great question, right? So there's a couple things that he could do. He could text register to the number 82623, new message. That's going directly to Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. Once you go through our process, right, it will take you straight to the Division of Elections website, where you can electronically register to vote, or you could print out a paper and fill it out and turn it in at your local supervisor of elections office.
All right, just met with Desmond Meade, got my voting rights restored, thanks to him and the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. It was a sign of relief. When I went through the process and as Desmond continued to talk, the words was coming out of his mouth so fluent, and I understood everything that he was saying. It was just a lot of wow and awe moments.
Voting is power, and it is a difference between life and death. And there's a whole lot of people across this country that look up to you, and we really do have the power to make the change.
I think once I actually do vote and turn that paper in, that's when I feel the gravity of what's happened. I talked to my kids yesterday. Finally got them in the huddle and told them what having my voting rights restored meant to me and what it mean to them. And to never forget that your vote does count. And the fact that you actively got up and did it and participated, that's where you get your gratification. All right, well, my time is up. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride, but there's still more to come. So catch me in California in a couple of weeks and we'll continue this vlog. And we're going to continue to go through this process. So to me, step 1 is done. On to step 2, 3, and 4. And with that said, Mike Vick out. I'm just waking up.
Cheese.
Say cheese. So one day I'll be voting too. Say vote. Say more than a vote.